Okay, we'll really do it this time.
No, literally.
Hi, my name is Trevi.
And I'm Kate.
And welcome back to our podcast called
6 Feet Above.
I fully have my voice back. I think
I know.
we sound like, not Fifth Harmony, second.
Guys, we're back.
I'm the most pale I've ever been.
I think you look great.
I feel exposed. I'm wearing a nude shirt just to cover how goddamn white I am. I'm ashamed of who I am.
Honestly, I get it. I feel exposed too. I'm not wearing underwear and I'm wearing a very short dress.
Are you
So perverts, tune in.
actually no undies
I've never worn underwear in my life.
like see out?
Yeah.
Like
Yossi-
actually if I looked under there.
Yeah. Yossi is out. I don't wear underwear ever because, I don't know, it just like, it
So-
like gives me UTIs.
Right. Can I ask something?
Please.
Why?
Well, I did just inform that it does give me a UTI, as well as the fact that it's just like uncomfortable. It's like an unnecessary fabric. And honestly, I think that's why I am who I am.
Right. And I've actually said
Me about to say something so personal.
I've actually like said really similar things to
You
that.
have. Yeah.
Can I gas you up real quick?
Please.
If that is the case, and you've worn a lot of mini dresses, mini skirts around me, that's the case. Congratulations, because I have been in the smallest of environments with you.
Yeah.
I've been boxed up in clubs, boxed up in cars, in
Box
Ubers.
City, yeah.
If your pussy stank,
Right.
I would look you in the eyes and go, Kate,
Right.
your pussy stinks.
You would actually tell
And
me?
I do, of course.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's
I
a
do-
real friend.
that is a, no. I don't even play with that.
Yeah. Because
I-
like other people, yeah.
Well-
That's why I use boric acid. You know, the stuff
And
they
I
kill
don't know.
cockroaches with.
That's, yeah. See, I'm not, unfortunately, I'm not at the liberty of using boric acid.
I mean, you could.
I could stick it somewhere.
Yeah.
Would it be successful at,
Don't know until we try.
right.
Patreon.
Is it like a pellet or is it like a cream?
It's a little it's a pill. and
It's
you s-
explosive.
Yeah. You stick it up your yang, but honestly,
Like a suppository.
yes.
Oh,
Boric
I-
acid suppository.
Before we continue this episode, we are still getting more views than subscribers. It's a slay, but it would really mean a lot to us if you clicked the subscribe button on our channel and also the notification bell right next to it so you know next time we upload an episode. Guys, if you're watching the video version and you're driving or trying to fall asleep, or you're falling asleep while driving, go and listen to the audio version. It is in the description. What are we talking about?
Should we start with off chest?
You
and then
wanna start
confrontation?
with off our chest
We usually
today?
do off chest in like
The middle?
end.
Well, middle end.
We could start with off chest and then go into our first topic.
Like, what's this bullet point off chest?
Off chest. And you need to
Yes,
introduce
and I
it
know
this
you
week.
you like have something you're like fiending to say. So like,
Well, no, that's not even my off my chest.
what?
Yeah.
Have you saved it for me? I don't even know
I
yet.
saved it for you, and it's honestly really embarrassing.
No, okay, just let it rip. All right, wait, let me intro.
Okay.
Because last time, okay, do you want me to?
Yeah, you
No.
want me to? I'm fighting for my life.
This is the segment called Off Our Chest, where we want to get something off our chest that's either negative or cheer about something positive and share some positive stuff that happened. But sometimes we do one, sometimes we do two. I don't care. I don't know what's going to happen. Kate's got something for me. I'm going to think about mine.
Okay, guys. So, as you know, I started improv, right?
I thought you were going to say enemas.
As you know, I'm back on the enema. So I started improv, and honest to God, like, do you think I'm weird?
That's like why?
But like, not a bad weird, right?
No, like I think you're so like cunty, unique camp.
Right, and I thought the same. Low key, no one in that class likes me.
What?
I feel
Because are you mogging them?
like
Are
a
you,
weirdo.
Are you way
Okay,
funnier than them?
Well,
That's probably why. 'cause-
not even. I do wear,
Yeah,
I'm
you-
in my crop tops and my low-rise jeans.
No, that's not dressing like a whore. That's dressing for the LA environment.
exactly.
First of all, if you want to be a star, you got to be shown. Bah.
and that's what I'd be saying. But anyways,
Yeah.
I just feel as if I'm like, do I not know how to make friends? I'm being nice. And I was kind of thinking about things I've said to the people, and I don't think I've been weird. Like,
Right.
I did a shoot with my friend the other day, and we wanted some male models. And we were, strapped, and I was in improv, and I was like on the phone with her during our break, and she was like, we need male models with hairy legs. And I see a guy in my improv class, and he has hairy legs. I was like, hey, what do you think?
Was it paid?
No. And I was like, what do you think about going to the Valley and posing with your hairy legs in the back of my photo shoot. And he was like, and it got so awkward. So I can see how he wouldn't like me.
Right.
But that's only one person, right?
Okay.
And then the next person, I'm trying to make small talk with her. And
You just gotta ask like a Silver Lake gay.
I know, but the shoot already happened, so.
And you looked incredible. I
Oh my
can't wait
God,
for the
thank
pictures to come out.
you. Yeah,
they're
me
they're
too.
not out yet, right?
No, they're not. They will
So
be
insane.
soon. Check them
Kate
out.
has been putting her everything into like her health and gym and just like I don't know. It's you're in a glowing from the inside out
Thank
era.
you. Thank you. Can you
and-
tell the people in my improv class that? Like, damn.
Well, they all watch this, and that's,
No.
do they not know that we're the #1 podcast in the world? That's
They don't know that.
I
I think they probably do. That's maybe why they don't talk to me.
Wait, but what is your off your chest like?
Okay,
what-
so
like-
listen. So then another girl was like, I'm trying to make small talk with her. I was like, you Greek? And she was like, no. And I was like, oh. And she got like so weird with me. And I'm a little abrasive when I meet people. Like,
little.
I'm like, I'm Kate. But like,
Right.
That's
very true.
I turn on the charm eventually. But
You do this thing. Sorry, can I interrupt
Yeah.
for a second? You do this thing when you meet people where you like. It's almost like, and it's so deep. It's so.
thank you
so
for that
cute.
disclaimer. So I'm about to start crying.
But you'll like be there, and we're towering over everyone,
Right.
Most of the time.
Of course.
So then you'll have your hands on your hips, and then you'll like move back and forth like this, like almost like a Britney Spears Instagram dance.
Oh my God.
And you'll be like, "Hi, I'm Kate." And
do
then it'll be like
both.
conversation, and then you'll chip in, and then you'll switch sides, and then you'll be like, "Yeah, I'm like."
I'm like, hey,
but
Yeah.
it's so everything you like are
I
so
appreciate
energetic
that.
from the inside out, and maybe sometimes that can be intimidating to people.
You get me.
I'll just save that. Just continue. Sorry.
No, thank you for saying that. That means a lot. And so, anyways, the reason I'm saying this is because I'm leaving improv, right?
You're leaving
the
it?
other night.
Oh.
No. I'm like leaving the class, and I'm going to hang out. I have plans. I see a group of them all go out together,
Yeah.
and they didn't invite me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. Like, I couldn't go, but like, damn, you couldn't invite me. And I'm like, who do I have to beat up? So I'm going to beat them up
Right.
next class.
Do you?
I'm
you know
feeling
what this-
so excluded.
No. Okay. Well, you know what?
What?
Shut the up with that tone. Bitch. You know what we need to do now? There's only one option left. We add me, and we
You
just
need to come.
absolutely fucking scare the out of them. 2 trans people in the
Yes,
improv
yes,
class
yes.
would be fucking crazy.
Would
I
be
really think
nuts.
if we I show up and go, I'm Chevy, like the fountain because I'm dripping and wet.
Like,
they're,
hey!
they're like no.
They're like, wait, you didn't
Wait,
sign up for the
They're-
class.
they go, you didn't pay. I go,
You say, shut the
you
fuck
pay me
up.
to show up.
Yeah.
You know my
You
book
start beating the improv teacher
There's a
up.
QR code, or no, I use the QR code tattoo. It just puts them right in contact with my manager. I go, you want to book me?
Booker.
But yeah,
But yeah, my roommate, Harper Rose, was like, okay, Kate, I have a plan to help you make friends. She was so serious, dude. She's like, I'll wait in the pizza shop nearby in a wig, and I'll come outside and I'll
act like a fan.
and act like a fan. And I was like, Harper Rose, if they follow me on Instagram, they're gonna see you in like
Yeah.
all my videos. She was so
We
serious.
should
She's like,
hire someone
I'll
to
be
do
the- yeah.
prosthetics on her. Then that would be.
And then she's like, then maybe they'll like you. And I was like, this is so embarrassing.
Yeah, but unfortunately, she low key ate because people in LA are like, if
Yeah.
they see any sort of like
Her in a
like star
wig.
factor, no, if they see like any sort of like, oh well, other people like her. It's
Yeah.
so fucking weird. Like people.
That
can't-
is so weird. I want them to like me for me.
Yeah, people can't develop their own opinion out here, and
Yeah.
it's rare. I really just think that like we're both intimidating
Yeah.
people. I saw an old friend last night who I haven't seen in so long since pre-transition.
Hater.
And no,
Oh.
what?
Oh,
She
sorry.
moved.
I was ready. This is why I don't have
This
friends.
is you're so goddamn defensive.
like, I
Catherine.
hate her. What'd she do? Anyways,
Fucking
go on.
Catherine. Okay, so I go to dinner with her and I pull up and I'm in this like mini dress with like shoulderless and I have body glow on. You know, I did my big one.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "You look absolutely beautiful, but I will say I don't know what it is about your energy recently. It's like overstimulating and intimidating. I feel intimidated." And I've talked. No,
Oh.
I don't. This whole episode is me training you. No.
Yeah, I'm like, and then you beat her up, right?
And next up, we're going to anger management. No, and I talked about that on Shannon's podcast too, where I feel so intimidating and like I look like a And I think it's just because we're rich and hot.
Literally, we
Yeah.
are insanely rich.
Yeah.
We are the same level of rich. Did you see that question?
No.
I was on live before this asking like people what advice they need from us, and one person goes, "What is it like to be like so much, have so much less money than Trevi or something like that? Like, how are you guys friends?"
What? That's so mean and
Okay,
stupid.
I thought it was really funny. But anyways, I literally love being intimidating. That's the thing. I'm like so not ashamed by it, and it's only been 2 improv classes. Yeah, I'm being dramatic as hell. That's me. I'm a Leo. I get defensive.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, like once I feel like a little, shaded upon, I get defensive. But
Right.
I think this is good for me. That's all I got.
All
so
right.
don't tell anyone I said that.
So I go down to San Diego this past week, and it was really refreshing to see my mom. Tana's boyfriend, Makoa, was also like, I'm going down to San Diego as well. So then we gang up on Tana. We're like, you got to come with us.
Right.
So while he like surfs and does his thing with his friends, me and T can go, do our own thing. We ended up just convincing her to go down. So all 3 of us are down in San Diego. Oh, and Isabella Fusco, the baddie queen.
Literally
Yeah,
obsessed
yeah,
with her.
Literally.
She's so fine.
She books a hotel. They end up staying together because he was going to stay at his friend's house, but then it was just like a whole big family because their hotel was 5 minutes away from my mom's house. So it was just like, okay, everyone's in the vicinity.
Right.
We go out on a Sunday night and we're at this club called, I don't know, it was somewhere in Gaslamp. And it was a karaoke club, not a
Okay.
karaoke bar. It was like there was also tables and bottle service girls.
Ooh,
And they
fun.
would play like 3 songs, right? And then it's like, someone goes on stage and sings karaoke. I obviously did my big one.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So after I sing my song,
What song?
Back to Black, Amy Winehouse, and You
So
and I by Lady
good.
Gaga. But it was funny because I'm with all of Tana's boyfriend, Makoa, his friends from San Diego too, who have never met me. And sometimes it's a little intimidating to meet me as well. It took them a second to warm up to me. It was
You
just
get
like,
me.
and they were just like whatever with me. But as soon as I went on that goddamn stage and sang that first song, the Amy Winehouse song, it was like a flip switched in everyone. Wow. And I just put on my I missed performing.
Stole the
There
room.
was 200 people in this bar. I made that my venue.
Oh, I know you did.
Standing ovation, like they
Period.
were just freaking out. All of Makoa's friends are like, yeah, and I'm like, okay, there we go. They like me now.
You're like, bow down.
Tana's cheering me on. Like it was
Right.
just Isabella was filming me, and it was just it was everything. That's not my off my chest. That's the preface.
Oh.
So then people start approaching me, right? This guy who's apparently a hot shot in San Diego, club owner, restaurant owner, like owns like,
Hello.
a bunch of things. He goes, "You were just incredible." Comes up to our tables. "You were just incredible." Hands me his business card. I Google him. Guy's rich as a mother.
No.
He goes, "I'm opening up a new club soon, and on opening night, I'd love for you to sing."
Oh my God.
I also think he really wanted to be, how do I say this? Inside me. Right.
Classic. Was he
Yeah,
hot?
Not in the literal slightest, but I would love to do business with him.
Right.
If he's got the coin, I'm there. I'm there opening night in San
Right.
Diego.
I'm
Sing-
coming.
Always?
Yes. Would I think he's hot?
Okay, you would think, you know what? I'm not going to.
Yeah, don't drag me.
I'm not dragging you.
So yes, I would.
You would. 1,000%.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. we will. So that's also still not the off my chest.
Oh my
But that's just a
goodness.
part of the preface of people approaching me.
Okay.
And if I end up doing that club opening, I'm gonna talk about it, and y'all better show up.
Yes.
Not kidding. That's the thing too. I'm like, if we got people showing up from 6FA and Trevi
Yeah.
fan base and Kate
Right.
fan base, like we got it. We need some coin.
Yeah.
And then someone else comes up to me, offers me blow because they don't know my name.
Oh my God,
they don't
love.
know my story.
Which is crazy.
I'm singing Amy Winehouse. If the shoe fits, I politely decline. I go, yeah, no, I would not like a bump. That's really kind of you.
Right.
And they go, it's from Peru. It's been tested 3 times. And blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't think you understand. Like, I'm
Right.
in recovery. And they go, oh, I thought you meant like you got an injury or something. I'm like, no. Like, I haven't done anything for 3 years.
Right.
3 years, August 13th.
Hello.
We're like, what, 20-something days away?
Yeah.
I politely decline.
Okay.
And then I go to the bathroom. And I go, can you show me the bathroom at least? This person guides me to the bathroom. I walk in, and the first thing I see is this. It's on the screen. And for the audio listeners,
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was like God was laughing in my face.
Right.
For the audio listeners, it says, I am not gonna die sober.
That's crazy.
Plastered all over the bathroom wall. So I walk in after this,
Right.
this blow exchange.
Yeah.
I'm already like, okay.
Yeah.
Walk in. You laugh.
You just gotta laugh.
You just gotta
cackle.
laugh.
Yeah.
You gotta laugh.
Wow.
I just go, you know what? This is funny. I took a picture of it. I showed
Yeah.
everyone. They were dying laughing.
The universe has a sense of humor.
The universe has a universal Schirmer.
Shoal. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying at this point, to be honest.
For a second, were you like, damn, should I do it?
Low key, I started
Yeah.
thinking about like, am I? I think about this a lot. Look, my goal is sobriety forever.
Right.
But I always think like, what happens if I've done it all? Like, what happens if I win the Grammys? I do the world tours. I feel like what I've always wanted to do is done. I know the way that alcohol and drugs make me feel like.
Right.
And I know what they make me feel like on a depression level when it's bad. But like, if it's giving like deathbed, like last day of living, like I fear I'm getting shit-faced.
And that's honest.
Like
And
I
I like
feel
the
like on my
honesty.
last days.
Like last day of living. Or
and
last
like
date.
possible, like, and I'm not meaning to foreshadow this, but like, I don't want that.
Right.
Or I don't want that to happen in the middle of my life. Because starting over is something that I've already done, and it was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do.
And you don't know if you'll be able to.
Ever. Because once you're roped in,
Yeah.
sister,
And when you are like Grammys, everything, like you're going to have a
it's
lot
gonna be a
of, like,
lot of like temptation.
shmoney, yes
I love that we're
men,
saying
all of
when
that.
because it is true. It's also a lunar eclipse.
We're going to find the loves of our lives tonight.
Wait, is it lunar or are you getting that wrong?
I'm definitely wrong. But I saw a TikTok of a guy being like, you have to go out tonight. Don't stay on your couch. You will find the love of your life tonight.
Really? Was
So
it
that's-
just for like a certain
Well, he was verified, so it's definitely true.
Oh. Okay, so Kate saw something that said that if we go out tonight, we're gonna meet the loves of our lives. And it's a Friday anyway. We normally go out after we didn't
Right.
last week. But
Yeah.
it was kind of fucked up and weird.
Yeah, why didn't we? Oh, you were going to San Diego.
Left at 5 in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
Got into San Diego at 7. My mom's opening event for her yoga studio was at 11. Keep
Oh.
in mind, no sleep. Got an hour's sleep. Fucking packed that glam on, did that goddamn hair, showed up. My mom's business was booming. The opening, there was a line around the plaza.
I know that's
You
right.
guys need to follow my mom's yoga
Yeah.
studio because she would absolutely gag. Like, please just do me a solid, especially if you live in San Diego. They're opening one in Del
Yeah.
Mar. Follow at Yoga Bar, Barre. You know I got her that username?
Really?
Wasn't available. Yeah.
Okay.
There was like so
Best
many
daughter
yoga
award.
bar. There's so many
Really?
yoga bar like mixture places in all of America. And they're all like yoga bar _1 2. And I'm like, hold up, I'm
yeah.
gonna get you the one.
Literally.
Yoga bar.
But all you need to know is that we're going to be finding the loves of our lives tonight. And we're going to do that by not getting in a fight. And that means that we're not going to have a lot of confrontation tonight. And that brings us to our next topic.
You are like literally. No, put your hands on.
Slayer.
Put your hands on. You're getting on the Segway.
I really am.
Zoop, zoop. Segway
That's the improv
legend.
working. That's those two classes.
It really is.
The haters.
No, the
Anyways.
little haters.
So we want to talk about confrontation and are we confrontational? Are we not? And yeah, so you got a story about confrontation that you want to share with
plethora.
me? Girl.
I am just not fit for in-person confrontation. I will confront you over text, over video, over FaceTime. The energy of confrontation in real life really is just an uncomfortable one for me. And I've gotten a lot better because I've done it recently. But with some situations like past friendships, I don't feel the need for confrontation. I was watching an old friend's podcast where they were talking about me. It was the last episode.
Oh, love.
And they said that I was something extremely immature for backing out of everything without an explanation and not giving a second chance. First of all, gave 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 9th.
Right.
But that's a different story for a different day.
right.
it was very, I'm paraphrasing, but it was very childish for me to go out with no closure or something. You do not deserve closure. Some people do not deserve the confrontation.
Right.
Some people do not deserve to hear what you think.
Right.
Disappearing into the wind was one of the best things I've ever done.
Yeah, we set boundaries with people we love because we want to continue the relationship.
Yes, and many boundaries were crossed. Way too
Right.
many boundaries were crossed.
Right.
And this goes for anything, not even this situation. I think when you get past a certain point where you try to help someone and they just, you can't get through to them, when it starts to hurt me, I have to back away
Yeah.
and go no contact. What are we doing? Closing statements? What is
Right.
this? An NBC? What are we like? Are we on the f***ing View?
Yeah.
Are we on the f***ing View?
Right. I don't owe you shit.
I don't know any explanation. So
No.
sometimes it's like, meh.
Yeah.
So I recently got confronted wrongfully. I am going to the bungalow in Santa Monica. And for those of you who don't, and I don't even know if I said this. Maybe I said this in the last episode.
You didn't.
So God forgive me. Coming from you, you'll bring up topics. You're like, this week you'll be like, let's talk about nostalgia. And I'll look you dead in your eyes and go, that was our topic. last week."
I told you I remember everything you've ever said.
Ever.
So.
Dragged through the mud.
Dragged through the mud. Okay.
So this place in Santa Monica, it's very college focused. It's very people in their young 20s. It's
Lord.
very my demographic of people who watch me.
Above.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So people were coming up to me, pictures were being taken,
Love.
and that's cool. I was also simultaneously on a first date. I'm going to put that lightly in quotes because I don't think me hanging out with a guy and his drunk best friend is a first date.
Ever.
But you know what? I let it slide.
Right.
I actually kind of at that place. I was like, I'm down. I'm
Yeah,
down to
you were
chill.
volunteering, honestly.
A lot of people were approaching me that night, and I'm cool with that. I'm polite to everyone that's gonna
Yeah.
come up to me.
Right.
So eventually, I think what was a straight man came up to me. I'm also unaware of people. Anyone who comes up to me, I'm just assuming that they're coming up because they know me from the internet. Most strangers don't just come up to people, especially someone like me. Turns out he wasn't a fan of the podcast.
Insane.
Right. But was what I think was a straight man hitting on me. But while I was next to someone I was on a date with. First of all, bold of that guy to come up to me when I was obviously like his arm was around me.
I love that. That's hot, honestly.
And I started getting really uncomfortable because he wasn't getting my vibe. I was very friendly. Oh, thank you.
Right.
I like your shirt too. Just being very, very friendly. Like I said, like confrontation gives me like anxiety boots. So I turn away. I just stop talking. And he just keeps sitting there. Keeps talking to me. He's like, yo, come back. Look at me. Look at me.
Ew, come
and I'm-
back.
And I can't. What am I going to do? In the middle of bungalow, there's a
Right.
bunch of girls there who I'm not going to like
Right, you can't
cause
like
a
bottom.
I'm not gonna cause a scene in the middle of this place where like I don't want to sound like a egotistical, but like I'm being watched.
Right. That's why I
People-
should have been there.
And that's fine. And I'm used to that, but I don't want to look at someone and be like, "Hey, can you f off?" I low key feel like that was the homeboy's job.
Right.
So
Yeah.
homeboy takes it a little too far.
Okay.
I don't talk to this guy anymore, and it ended up being weird, and I tried my best with that one. But he stands up in the middle of bungalow, like ready to fight, like
Oh.
actually ready for like physical violence
Classic.
over me. First of all, you're on a first date.
Yeah.
You're up here. I need you to I
Red
need
flag
you
of the
to- I
year.
need you to know
Yeah.
of the cinch.
Yeah.
He stands up and he's like, "F off. I need you to f off." And I'm like, "Wow, why don't you just be like, hey, I'm on a date,"
Right.
Or even fake it, be like, "This is my girlfriend. Like, can you please?" Just, like-"
Right.
I would have been honestly like laugh like what that would be funny. Like I would
Right.
know that he didn't mean that. Like,
Right.
can you just politely like tell this man? Because I'm just a girl. So it was really weird. He eventually f***ed off,
Okay.
and then I end up having a pretty good night with this man.
Okay.
The next day, this man that I was on a date with confronts me. He goes, I think what you did last night was so fucking
Shut up.
And I'm like, the gall and literal wherewithal.
Wow. What did you do?
He goes, the shit that you did at bungalow last night was whack. That's not a paraphrase. That's a quote.
Okay.
And
Aristotle.
I go, what do you mean? He goes, I can't believe you entertained that guy hitting on you. Like, it was just, you were obviously on a date with me. You're with me. Like,
A date at the bar?
with your friend.
Right. When
who-
you're hammered?
No, he wasn't hammered, but his friend was hammered. It was just, look,
Hammered adjacent.
hammered adjacent, honestly. So it just kind of showed where his head space was at.
Yeah.
And I found it really hot in the beginning because I
Yeah.
was like, oh, he's possessive already. First date, that's kind of crazy. You're literally in love with me. But then I realized it actually affected him. Like, he actually thought that I was entertaining this man.
Right.
And I actually was like willing to split up and stop our date to entertain this man to make sure I had a second option for the night.
That's an insecure
Crazy.
man. That's an insecure
And
man.
that's what I realized, right? And I had this long conversation with him, and I dragged him to filth. I would read the text messages, but you guys already know that I have a good way with words, and I respectfully dragged him, and I said, none of this is my problem, and
Yeah.
none of this reaction was, this reaction was a little uncalled for, and
it's insane.
the fact that you didn't give me the time of day to explain myself because you were too insecure to listen, you
Right.
ran off with your own idea. I actually with you. I was willing to like see through what
Right.
happened that night. Like, and you eventually did the right thing and like told him to fuck off whether it was too much or not.
Right.
Like, you did the right thing, but then crazily, all of it is my fault.
Yeah. I
All
love
of it is
that.
my fault.
Yeah.
It wasn't even the guy that came up to me. And I specifically asked this guy, I said, I don't want to go to a bar. I want to go to a nice private
Right.
situation. Because if we were at a private thing, no fans would be
Yeah,
coming
no
up.
one would be coming up.
No one would be coming up. And it would have just been me
Yeah.
and that person.
You could have taken
But
me out.
But could he have done that? No.
Classic.
And
And then
I
he gets
don't-
mad at you.
Yeah. And I'm like, I closed it with, I think maybe from now on you should seek people that you know that you actually want to be with, because I
Right.
don't think that you knew if you actually had the balls to be
Right.
with someone like me.
They never want a confident bad bitch.
And I looked incredible.
Yeah. You're hot, you're confident, you're successful. Men all want that shit, but once they get it, they flail.
No, because it was just a lot. And I'm sorry I'm like taking this moment to like talk too much, but I've just been like, this is low key and off my chest too. It's just like,
It is.
I just can't, because that's like, I got really like, I got close. It sucked that he couldn't put his ego away and his
Yeah.
insecurity away for a moment to let me speak.
A lot of them can't.
And that's what I've learned.
Mm-hmm.
So that was his confrontation to me was just laughable.
Yeah. It's so childish.
It's just childish.
Yeah. Like
So-
daycare type shit.
What about with you? How's your confrontation moment going? Do you like to confront people? Have you been
yeah.
confronted recently? What's our tea with that?
I'm one that I don't have like anger issues despite popular beliefs. I am really one to just like let people have it when they're going crazy. With my friends, like if they do something that hurts me, I'm going to like take a day and then I'm going to confront them about it. Sometimes the confrontation is a little aggressive. At the end of the day, all I know is yesterday I almost got in a bar fight, and I haven't done that, I mean, ever.
Okay, what?
Ever in sobriety. Have I done it when I was drinking? I don't know. Can't say.
Where were you?
So I was at Art Bar in Mar Vista, and it was at a Don't Tell comedy show.
What's a
And-
what's a Mar Vista? That's West Side.
Yes.
Okay.
And so I think it's Venice. And so anyways, I show up and my roommate is performing. And so we get there a little early, and I go to the bar because I need my cranberry juice with
Vodka.
seltzer. Cranberry vodka. I need my cranberry juice with
You're like
seltzer.
me at Lavo.
Seltzer.
You're like me at Lavo.
No, literally. So I go to the bar, and there's like nobody there. It's me, this old man, and then a couple. And so the bartender comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, what would you like?" And before I can even say seltzer, this bitch goes, "Excuse me, we were
Oh.
here first." Like
Oh.
so sassy. And I was like, I'm gonna let you have that, you know?
Yeah,
like
girl,
go
if
go
you're-
off.
Speak
like
your truth. then
Right.
Go.
Right. Go off. So the bartender goes over to her, and like everything's in earshot. It's not a crowded bar. And he's like, "Hey, sorry about that." And she goes, "You need to learn how to do your job."
No.
It was like, have you seen that show, What Would You Do? I thought I was on it. where that guy is like,
what would you actually literally
what
do?
would you do, for those that don't know, is a show where like someone is egregiously mean to someone else and they see if like bystanders come in and like stick up for someone.
Cringy.
It's like such bad acting.
Being rude to a bartender and like, or like anyone in service.
Yeah.
But I will say one thing. Was the bartender sassy?
No.
So
the bartender was so nice.
And that's the problem, because there is an epidemic in LA.
Of
These
mean
bartenders are just what?
Wait, should I be a bartender?
You could let
I
out your
would kind of
anger.
slay.
You would Amy it down boots.
Oh, should I? Honestly, but like I get it. Like you're dealing with drunk people. Like I'd be pissed off too.
But like when and you know what's so funny is that they slowly come around to me at the end of the night because they realize I'm sober, because I just keep asking for Red Bulls and waters, and they're like, "Hey, sorry about earlier." Like this happened the other day. I was at the Roosevelt Hotel for a party, and she literally go, "What? What is it? I can't hear you. Hello?"
I kind of love that.
And I'm just like, a f***ing Red Bull. And I can match the energy, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to be rude to me first, I will not be rude, but just match your energy.
I usually won't, because I like to make them look a fool. So if they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Hi." Yeah.
No, I feel like that makes me psychologically, like, I know that if I, like, be nice to someone that's being mean to me, it's like, for me, it's like I feel weak.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
get
not,
that.
I'm only just gonna match your energy. It's not that I'm rude.
Right.
If you're gonna be like passive, I'll be a little passive. Just a Red Bull.
Yeah.
But you know, it's an epidemic in LA, and I will always, no matter how rude, I will make sure they're tipped.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I know it's a hard job.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But you know what? Let's put on a show, baby. You want to get on top of this bar and
you want to
wrangle?
fight, bitch?
But okay, so continue. So this is like,
so she does that, and then she's being so mean to him, and I literally see myself clenching my fist, and I'm like, "Damn, am I about to get in a fight? This is crazy." And I'm really like weighing out the options, and I'm like, I could fight her, but I also could get arrested, and that would be kind of bad.
it would be great for the podcast.
It would be great for the podcast. And I'm like, "Kate, you're not fighting a girl in a bar. Like, don't be ridiculous." And then the bartender goes, "Would you like a drink?" And she goes, "Yeah. Why else would I be at a bar?"
No.
And I go, "Well, that's crazy."
No, that's it. That's the tipping point.
No, I go, "That's crazy." And
You
she
said
looked.
that?
Yes, I go, "That's crazy." And she looks at me and she goes, "I was here first." And I said, "Yeah, but you don't have to be rude to the guy. He's just doing his job." And then she got all flustered. And then he was like. And the guy in the middle of us was like, and then the bartender was like, I don't really want any problems. Like, and I was like, damn, my bad. Sorry. But I got to stick up for him. There's a bully upon us. And guess what? Her boyfriend looked so embarrassed of her. And I get it, because she's a rat twat. And she definitely sucks. Like, I literally. No.
You maybe taught her a lesson about respect that night. So like,
I don't know about
regardless
that.
of, you know, it might have been an uncomfortable experience for the both of you, maybe you did kind of snap her into shape a little bit. As long as there was no violence involved, Kate, I respect you in that story. And
Really?
it takes a lot for me to say that, because a lot of the times it's a little questionable.
You're like, wait, you didn't actually have to do that.
No, I actually think you slayed.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I
think you
feel like
did.
anyone, even if they weren't shy, would have done that, because it was so
Was it
insane.
like just like beyond?
It was beyond. Like I
like
couldn't
words were
believe
bubbling
it.
up,
Yeah,
like-
I just like her being so condescending to this like sweet angel was just beyond me.
Wow.
So, yeah.
It's a tale as old as time. A 15-year-old commented on my TikTok.
Oh, good.
recently.
Can't wait for this.
Can't wait for this. A 15-year-old recently commented on my TikTok it was a sound promo I did for Martin Garrix, and the caption was, "Me to my man when I suspect he's cheating for the third time this day. Parentheses, I was just hungry." And the lyrics of the song were like, "I'll pick you up when you're falling down," like just like sucking up to your boyfriend.
Right.
It was kind of like, and then the comment had nothing to do with the video.
Oh, good.
And she goes, "Wait, aren't you trans?" And like laughing emoji, like with the crying laughing emoji.
Ew.
I'm like, first of all, I didn't know she was 15 and I literally respond. I was gonna go off, and I go, I respond, and it takes me a lot to respond. to a
Yeah.
TikTok comment.
Yeah,
I go,
you don't be
I go,
responding.
your literal point.
Right.
What, like,
That had
hello?
nothing to do with anything.
actual
You
relevance.
look stupid.
And then she responds to me, and she goes, "LMAO, yeah, I know, I can tell by your face."
You. What the hell?
That's insane. So then I'm like, I then click on her profile, and then it says, you know,
Right.
Can you guess what the bio said? Give me
okay,
a Yeah, I really want you to take a solid guess. It's a simple bio, and then her age.
MAGA.
Close.
Like, oh, love everyone.
No, but close.
Love wins.
That's hilarious. No, it was like God forever.
And
And then it was, you know, the 1312, the 6-9.
Oh, right. Right.
Whatever the verse was.
Of course.
And then under it says 15. And I'm like,
You're like, damn it.
I'm like, God damn it. And then she just like, then, you know, people started attacking her in the comments. Not my bad. But it's like, look, if you're 15 years old, when I was 15, I was competent. I'm not going to sit here and fight with, I'm a decade older than you.
Right. No.
I think you got some shit. But when I was 15, I wasn't a whole bully.
Yeah, what? That's
like,
insane.
how do you, even when I was 15, I've never made a hate comment in my life.
Dude, can you imagine?
I just couldn't
making a hate comment.
making a hate comment with your f***ing face as the profile photo. An Anon account, if you want to let some anger out, maybe you should do that, by the way.
Should I make burner
I'm just
accounts?
saying, like, the literal, like, what the f***?
Yeah.
And then, like, she was like, love thy neighbor, not thy sin. I'm like, girl, you don't love thy neighbor. I could tell by your face. Like, dragging physical features.
Right.
But
one that you've
at least
never met.
At least gag me and say, like, I could tell by your voice. My face is perfect.
Right. Like, you can't, it's honestly laughable.
And
if they
honestly,
ever try
my
to
voice
come
is
for you.
perfect too. It's just, you know, maybe not like societally, like.
No, it's perfect in every way.
In every way. I'm literally God. Oh, so she loves me.
I think she wants to be you.
Oh, because I am God.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn,
we got canceled. Confrontation Station.
Good luck to yous.
Literal good luck, babe.
Be better. Yeah.
Be better. And just disrespectful people without, you know, without the expectation of getting backlash. It's like, what did you expect, Mary?
Right.
What did you expect?
Right.
You're going to be a raging for no reason at this bar or in my comments. Or, and you think no one's going to say something?
Right.
What else we
got? But you know what? Babble City, and I could have been on TV babbling, but I wasn't.
Oh my God. You're so good. You're so good.
Guys, I was almost on TV, but then I lied and had a mental breakdown and texted Trevi 30 times. And all you need to know is a TV show reached out to me and they were like, we want you on our show. We want you to talk about celibacy because I posted about being celibate 6 months ago. They said, are you still celibate? I said, that's hilarious. No. I broke it 2 weeks ago. That was a lie. I broke it actually 3 months ago. I freak out. I have a mental breakdown. I text Trevi saying, what do I do? What do I do?
She can't lie.
Because I can't.
Sobriety.
Yeah, I'm
like,
lying.
She's just like, it's a big thing for her.
Saliety. I can't lie. So then I called the producer and I was like, listen, I'm so sorry I was lying. And she was like, oh. And then she did end up texting me the other day and she was like, hey, we're going to go with someone else. And I said, that is so real.
Okay, but do you see how like that like
I left with my integrity.
No, you did. And you fully did. But the entertainment business
couldn't care less. Couldn't care less.
It has nothing to do with integrity sometimes.
Yeah, I'm finding that out.
For something as simple as that, like I wish I could have, if I was with you during that moment, I would find chains and chain you to a
answered
wall.
Me.
I would. Well, girl, I was asleep. You know the hours.
It was like 3 a.m.
You know the hours.
I know.
Look,
the business hours.
I would have chained you to the wall and said, girl, just take the opportunity and go to New York. Yeah. Make connections with the NBC. And your integrity
Can't
sometimes...
do it.
I understand.
Can't do it.
But as your literal best friend, like, I need you to hear me when I say this. It's entertainment, right? Like, and I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I think you did the right thing.
No, I would have literally died if I went on air and did that. I would have died of guilt. I'm like, I am celibate now.
Well,
because I am. But anyways, it was the Today Show.
It was the Today Show. And you know what?
Love them.
Love them. And you know what? Maybe they found someone for that segment. But
they found not a liar. If you see a clip of someone on the Today Show talking about celibacy, they're lying. Comment that.
It's literally good. That's so funny because you know the segment's going to be out in like a week or two.
Yeah.
I can't wait to find it. We should keep an eye out. And the day that drops, we need to talk about it on the pod and then send everyone over.
Period. I wish this was Kate Laurentio.
No, I want hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of comments on that video.
We cyberbullied the Today Show.
I want their social media team to open up their analytics and be like, wow.
Be like, who is this?
No. They're gonna open it up, see like all the like extra comments, be like, whoa, like looking at their analytics, like,
all right.
wow, this segment did really well. Like they'll text the producer, be like, great job. And then they really go deeper, and then they actually look at the comments beyond the analytics, go, I want that to happen.
Honestly, same. Let's make it happen.
You know what? Because they should have, at the end of the day, they should have respected that you went with your integrity.
Come on. When's the last time someone was truthful to you guys?
Not today. Not today.
Not today. I left with my integrity, didn't leave with a check, didn't leave with exposure, but at the end of the day, it matters what's on the inside. At least I almost got in a bar fight, The little things.
It seems like you're doing. Look at me when I.
I'm
look,
thriving.
Look at me when I say. It seems like you're doing the best you've ever done.
But like, actually, this whole episode, I'm like, I got no friends. I'm like, I almost got in a bar fight.
Okay, this is your episode. I love you. I just love you. And
we
you
need
know
to cut every part where I'm talking out. Every single one.
It's like that. It's like those videos where it's like I hired someone from Gen Z to edit my videos. Every time the camera pans to you, it's just like
yeah.
just breaths. I just want to keep breaths.
Honestly, just cut me out. A second draft, just cut me out.
I drop your name out of the channel title. Or just like a 6 feet above with Trevi Morena.
Yeah, it's just you in the thumbnail, please. Kind of begging.
All right, guys, this is the unnamed segment, and it'll forever be unnamed, where we answer your advice, inquiries, and questions that you sent into our Instagram at 6 feet above pod. So go over and follow that to know when to send over the questions.
Okay.
Our first one.
Amazing. Our first one is, I keep attracting men on the opposite end of the political spectrum. Story of our lives, searching for the right.
Story of my actual clitoral life.
For real.
Like clitorally me.
Clitorally rat twat you.
Clitorally rat twat me dragged through the
dragged.
So, may I start?
Please. It's not great.
It's not great. Look, I attract a lot of damaged souls is what I've realized. Whether it may be a person who's an alcoholic, a person who's a drug addict, a person who has not dealt with their past issues and, ends up having anger issues. I feel like as far as men go, like I do attract a lot of conservative men, and I don't really with politics to begin with, and they're kind of a little predictable. But when I attract conservative men, it always confuses me because, like I said, there's like this bubble of even I've had, pretty close connections with someone who is conservative, but they were like loosely conservative, right? I think they were more like fiscally or like financially. I don't really understand nor like just want to get into that on this podcast. It's not realistic with someone like me who is trans to be involved with someone in that community because you know that all the people around them, including their family, including their friends, including family gatherings, their workplace friends, it's just there's no place for me. Yeah. Because I've gotten to the point with someone where it's like they have to choose me or their family. And I'm not going to sit there and be like, choose me. Yeah. Right? I'm not like that. Like obviously like you and your family go live happily ever after. Like I'll go find another fish in the sea. But it sucks so bad that culturally we as humans really have gotten to this point where if you love someone and by you doing that could destroy your relationship with your family or your friends, so wild. Or just ruin the perception of you, it's not even laughable. The word is like, it's abysmal. It's sad. And I dodge people in that opposing political area now just because I know how it ends. Yeah. It's predictable. But whoever asked that, like, look, if you're not trans and if you really with the guy and, maybe he's not as hardcore conservative as a lot of people and like you can meet in the middle and agree to disagree on some things, like, I don't think politics should really play a huge part in an interpersonal connection. I think if you love someone, you love someone. If it gets really sticky and difficult and judgmental and like, there's a lot of like weird sexism shit involved. Like
Right.
there's a lot of layers of that can get really sticky.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is even controversial for me to say or talk about, but it's just like, I don't know. Sometimes you just love people,
Mm-hmm.
and I tried it, doesn't work. So that's like my answer on that.
Thank you.
I think that was very like insightful.
It really
I
was.
kind of ate.
You like really ate down. I was kind of mesmerized the whole time.
Really?
Yeah. It's weird. I've noticed a surplus of super liberal women. I've noticed a surplus of super liberal women dating conservative men.
Yes.
It's everywhere, especially
It's the new
in
Silver
LA.
Lake.
Yeah. It's a new Silver Lake. Everyone in LA is doing it. And what I
And
have
ketamine.
Right,
Sorry,
yeah,
okay,
and
I'm done.
ketamine. What I have a problem with is I've never dated a conservative man, and I don't think I've been on a date with one, but then I find out low-key after.
And that was a really great question. I don't think we've gotten a question
Okay,
like that in a
I can't
second.
believe you like a question.
I really have not been liking.
Yeah.
I like literally told Kate, I was like, I think I want to cut the
Yeah.
advice
And
segment.
I was like,
and
no.
turn it into something else. But something still interactive with you guys. But I,
Boyfriend and I only get to have sex once every couple months because he has no drive.
ooh.
He has had this issue with previous girlfriends and insists I don't give up, and we work through it. It's so hard.
I mean, have you tried like doing like the Blue Chews of the world or like the Viagra's? Like, is it?
yeah.
Why don't you like go get his testosterone tested out?
You could spice things up, or honestly, like, if you're unhappy, dip. Listen, we don't owe anyone anything. If you're in it only takes literally one person to leave a relationship.
Oh.
So you can leave if you are not feeling satisfied. You deserve to be satisfied sexually, emotionally, spiritually, all of that.
Yeah, but what if she is satisfied in all those areas except for that one, and it's like something she actually wants to like?
Well, you can work on it, but it's like, how long do you want to work on it? And him being like, don't give up on me is like, well, what if she wants to give up on him?
And that's valid.
You're
You
allowed
know?
to give up on these hoes. I think more people need
like,
to talk
and
about
like
that.
they gave up on us.
Like,
Ugh.
if you because if things were switched, if I was dating a guy and I never wanted to fuck him, you think he'd be like, yeah, okay, we'll work through this. No, he wouldn't. He'd be
No.
like, I'm gonna
Being
dip.
too soft.
I'm gonna dip or I'm gonna cheat on you.
And it's
sorry.
most of the time it's cheat,
Right.
stay, don't tell, find out later, then they play the victim.
Right, and then like you end up with
I was never
Right.
Shut the up.
and it's like, why do I have throat gonorrhea now?
No, because I'm like itching, scratching, and like all of it.
Yeah, so
Have you ever had?
I've never had an STD.
Me neither. It's also because we've never been tested. Just kidding. No, I've actually never had one either.
That's
thought-
crazy.
I
I mean,
thought-
it's not crazy that we haven't, but it's crazy,
No.
you know.
Well, I mean, I think they know now that I don't really have sex that much. You don't either,
I
honestly.
never. No.
Like
Never.
we talk, dress, we talk
Yeah.
the talk, we walk
People
the walk.
think that we be.
But
f***ing.
we really be keeping
We're
shit,
nuns, yeah.
At this point,
Yeah.
like, do I need a Bible verse in my bio?
Honestly, yeah. Okay, the last one is I'm talking to this guy who lives 40 minutes away from me, but he doesn't seem to want to meet up. What should I do? Block.
Here's the literal. Have you ever dealt with this?
Yeah. Literally.
Well, spill on it.
I dealt with this. I dealt with this with a man also in Florida, which is different. But I've dealt with this, and this man is either in a relationship or is not actually interested in you, because 40 minutes is literally nothing. And if he's not making plans but breadcrumbing you, you gotta go, because he's blocking you from meeting someone better. This man, like, it's so cliche and corny at this point, but it's like, if he wanted to, he would. Like,
Yeah.
he would pull up 40 minutes to you if
Yeah.
he wanted to see you.
I've had people drive 2-3 hours. I've had people get in a plane for me.
Right.
okay?
I know that's right.
And there's specific people that live in like, okay, so like Orange County, for instance, is like a good 45 from LA. No traffic. Like if you're leaving in the early morning or late night. And there's just been specific scenarios where like, and I would never be so desperate. I feel like this is like younger me, where I'd be like, I'll Uber you.
Oh my God, hell.
Oh, it's just like, because then they'd be like, oh, it's the money, it's the gas, but
Right,
the gas,
right.
because you're coming to see me. But then it's like, I'm older now. I'm like, that.
Yeah.
If you really want to see me and you like want to get to know me, it's 45 minutes of your life. You just spent that fucking off.
Right.
You could have been driving
Right.
to me.
Yeah, you're jacking off and on TikTok and shit.
Yeah, you're scrolling on TikTok for 2, 3 hours at a time.
Yeah.
You libtard. Wait. Wait, what?
Wait.
That's just a joke.
Yeah.
That's just a joke.
Never take anything we say serious.
No,
except this. But
actually, except the last thing I just said. Libtard.
Right, yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. Look, it's just the same thing that Kate said. Like, if he wanted to, he fucking would.
Yeah, 40 minutes is nothing.
You can't beg.
No.
You just kind of got to make the statement of, because you could make the argument with other people that, like, you could meet halfway, but what's in between Orange County and LA? In Downey?
Ugh.
Okay, hey, let's go to the Boston Market in Downey. Yeah, that sounds like a great first date. Drive an extra 20 minutes and we'll go to the nice guy, you fucking freak.
Seriously.
It's a specific situation, but at the end of the day, once it reaches a certain point, you do have to throw your hands up in the air like Miley Cyrus once said. Play your song. The butterflies fly away. And then nod your head like yeah. Move your hips like yeah. And then continue to put your hands up. And keep finding other motherfuckers that will maybe actually drive to you.
Right. Because that's bare minimum.
The actual bare minerals.
Like, I'm getting mad at this point. Yeah, bare
minerals. Literal minerals. I'm kind of like really grateful.
Wait, same.
Yeah. I really am.
Bye. Okay.
Erasure?
Yeah.
Not that. I can't do that again.
No. Yeah, we can't have another
You're
scandal.
literally bi. Well,
we're figuring it out. I'm like almost out of the closet, guys.
Yeah.
It's happening.
I can't wait. We should do a coming out episode. we can
August 13th. I just make it about me. I'm like, yeah, she's been sober.
My 3 years.
Okay.
Wait, but honestly, for that episode, we should have like balloons and like cute shit. We should make like the set all like cute.
Wait, yes, and we have Shannon on. Oh,
we will have Shannon on.
Thank God.
But for the sobriety episode, we'll do that for your coming
for my
out.
coming out. Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm grateful for that. For everything you just said. I'm grateful. I am grateful that
we're about to go out.
I'm grateful that. Oh, I'm grateful for the song Fat Bottom Girls by Queen because I've been really listening to that a lot.
You make the rockin'
world go round. It's like I listen to, Meg.
Oh my God.
Trevi!
Time.
God, you say it one time. I say my freaking gratitude is that I love Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, so I guess it's a crime now?
It's not a crime. I'm just clocking you.
Yeah. We're gonna have her on the podcast soon. So
yes, you guys, August 13th.
Yes, so we're having Megan on the podcast, and I'm coming out, and we're relapsing.
And
what? Okay.
Special performance by Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes.
She's gonna pour shots down our throat.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So yeah, and grateful I'm wearing a mini dress. And no underwear. Yeah.
And no stench.
Nary a stench, because I'm really trying to have more ankle freedom. Because I've talked before about how I'm insecure about my ankles, and I'm just letting them out. Because if you have something to say, I don't want to hear it
at all. I'm grateful. I always say this when I come back from San Diego, but it truly like heals me. I'm very grateful I went to San Diego. I'm very grateful that I'm very businesswoman coded right now. I'm very on top of my work. I'm very grateful that I'm meeting the love of my life tonight.
I know. It's going to be crazy.
That we are. It's kind of crazy. And they're going to be like, who is this tall, really hot, sexy ginger bitch? Oh, side note, I got a message on Hinge the other day.
Oh, God.
That goes, please tell me that is your natural hair color. I go, okay, I will. Right. This is my natural hair color.
You're welcome.
And then he goes, wait, so is it or not? I go, you told me to tell you.
Right.
So I told you.
Just following orders, King.
I'm just Hey. So I'm grateful grateful for my hair color. People have been telling me that I'm owning it. I'm owning this hair color. So good. The transginger of it all is just in full effect.
Screaming.
You're actually really quiet.
No, I'm screaming.
I'm really grateful I got to see my old friend who was visiting. I'm grateful that this pod is growing, and we're just sexy and fabulous and growing from the inside out. Growing and glowing.
Growing and glowing.
All right, guys, we love you. We'll see you next week.
Love ya.